I'm pointing at the screen.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Nerd Edition, Holy Try Football Podcast. Bowl Preview Part 3. It's me, AY, coming from the People's State Capital Red State, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to my west in an undetermined location. Well,
dealing with a polar, what is it? It's a polar vortex of
polar
some
vortex.
sort.
That is Danberg.
Winter cyclone, whatever you call it. So, in the mobile studio to deliver the same picks I probably made 2 weeks ago.
Can to my east, back from the Bronx.
Back from the Bronx, still thawing out, victorious. And then the year on a high note. And more news today. Have you guys seen it? Have you seen the news?
Are you talking about your DC?
Yes. Prodigal Son returns.
Narduzzi.
No, not that Prodigal Son. D'Anton Danlin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was tipped off to this by brother-in-law, the Pod Greg.
There you go.
That the ink was almost dry.
Almost dry, not yet. I see a couple other news items. Lincoln Riley's brother, Garrett Riley, relieved of duties down there in the upstate, Clemson. Heads rolling after a terrible season this year and losing to Penn State, like you said, in the Pinstripe Bowl. I guess since we've last met, we've had some playoff games. Holiday Bowl, or do we want to dive in on that?
I couldn't tell you who was in that.
Wait, we had the Holiday Bowl?
No, not Holiday Bowl. No, Holiday Bowl.
Pop-Tarts, right?
Hawaii Bowl.
Oh, Hawaii Bowl.
Well, yes.
One true Holiday Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the lead on this since it is my de facto Holy Try game. The Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, always the best. It was a great game. I mean, Cal up 21-0. Sangapulatelli was finding DeJesus, and Raphael was running. They were dominating. And then Alejado got them going. Ashlock was catching everything. And you could just, as they were coming back, their kicker was lights out, which we'll get to that in the end. But you could just, it was getting chippier and chippier, and Hawaii was getting momentum, and they were chirping, and Cal didn't like it. I guess to get to the end, I mean, Alejado loses his helmet, and Weaver comes in when they have an All-American kicker, just needing a kick to tie. No, he goes for broke to Senegal, I think, with 15 seconds left. It was awesome.
Excellent game.
Sad I missed it live.
I caught bits and pieces of. I missed most of the first half, and then the comeback I was catching every 5 minutes.
That's right. You were caught at Rance's aunt's place, right?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, we're leaving 2 minutes," and then his cousin's like, "Here's another beer for the road." And Corey just drinks it there, and then grabs another one. It's like, "Oh, come on, we gotta go."
Touching tables, you were showing face.
Yes, put on a of course.
Make
I
it
walk in
around.
there within 30 seconds. He starts bitching about Notre Dame missing the playoff. I was like, dude, that was like 3 weeks ago. It's the holidays. We got the Hawaii Bowl to get to. How was your Christmases though?
Christmases were good. A lot of running around. Went down the great state of New Jersey, but holiday cheer was felt. Great gifts. How about yourselves?
Yeah, it was good. Caught a little bit of the holiday cold, whatever. As
The
is
flu that's
most
going
years
on.
of tradition.
Yep.
But yeah, good otherwise.
Good.
Good. Ken, anything on my Hawaii Bowl?
Oh, great game. Like you said, come back. Timmy Chang, good for him. Good to see it. That catch at the end was crazy. It was a great catch.
They had what 3 of their touchdown catches were nice. Ashlock,
Yeah.
I think the Senegal have 2 nice catches for touchdowns, but either way, they had some nice catches for TDs.
Indeed. Before we dive into some of the playoff coverage and playoff picks, other news and notes. Do you want to mention the couple items that have broken since we've last met?
Yeah, what do we got?
Who is it? Whittingham, and is that it?
No, I meant specific to a certain corner of the Holy Tri.
Oh, Freeman.
Well, there's that. That's the good news. There's also the bad news from a week ago.
What's
Riley reigniting it today, blaming Notre Dame for ending of the rivalry.
Oh yeah, he's such a cock. He's like that little nerd that stands behind his big brother and his friends and starts mouthing. Yeah, I don't listen to a word that idiot says.
Anytime, anywhere.
Screw him. Yeah, screw him. Freeman back for next year, which I was 99.9% sure would happen. And I will say this now because I know we've been talking about this for a while with the cycles. Next year at this time, I think it'll be full on 50-50.
Oh, yeah. I mean, none of the situations are, that good. Not that many are when you're getting rid of a coach, right? But I think in particular, a couple of these are pretty bad.
Yeah, so we'll see. But at least we have one more year or two.
Run it back.
On the road. For now. Yeah,
and you got a lot of fire there. Revenge on the mind. Everyone's going to be hungry. It's not going to be hard to motivate the troops in this offseason, I think. Should be good.
There's no, you're right. I guess was a few more news from Notre Dame. Shrouth going to the draft. Great guard. That's not ideal. Emil Wagner going to the draft.
Got to bring Rocco Spindler back.
He was going to transfer anyways, I think.
Really?
Yeah, there was word that his deal would have been north of 7 figures, and Notre Dame, with the way the money's allocated, they probably would have said, like, we wish you the best.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was kind of formality. Now it's just the biggest thing now we're waiting on is, I don't know why Don Schuler would go to the draft, but if he stays, then
not Don Shula, but Don Schuler.
I mean, there's guys like Jadon Blair and Carson Hobbs and stuff going in, but I mean, these days there's turnovers. If you're not in the too deep, you're leaving. So I get it, but yeah, we'll see. Portal opens in a few days. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be hectic. So a couple of news and notes today from Dan's and Pitt receiver in the portal, Kenny J.
Oh, he is. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see it either.
From down Dallas town, seems he's going in.
Dang.
Trust God, Pitt Panther for life, but he's in the portal.
Still for life.
H2P for life. That would be exciting, and I think obviously Penn State's got a lot of work to do in there. I don't even know where to begin. There is a place to begin. It's all the Iowa State guys jumping in. I think they have like 16 players left on their team. I don't know. I think 16 of their 22 starters have gone in the portal now, something like that. I have no idea, but we shall see. Big names.
But we can mention these names, but by the time we meet next week, it's going to be like
it'll be old news by then.
20 times what we have now. Okay, Cam Coleman,
Coleman in there, Mestamaker in there.
Like there's going to be guys left and right.
And I will say, you guys got to be happy. I guess as we're jumping back and forth between news items, that Freeman is staying, because I don't know who you would go and get with Michigan pulling the Whittingham out of their ass.
Yeah,
don't even know where you begin to go with the search for Notre Dame if it come open.
I mean, I know I think we don't have to worry about it. Hypothetically, since we're here, the first two calls would be Mike Elko and Clark Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they
Clark Lee would definitely be the one, I think.
Yep.
So maybe we'll just file that away for 12 months from now.
It's true. It's true. Maybe his star will fall without a Pavier. No Pavier.
We'll see who that 5-star freshman is.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. All right. Any other items before we dive in? So, AY, you did not see any of it. You abstained from the whole thing.
So I will tell you what I've watched. I'm glad this is a good segue. This bowl season, I have watched. I went back and watched the full, 25-minute highlight of the Hawaii Bowl, just so I got all the pieces.
Really fully digest. Really enjoy it. Savor it.
I watched my playoff views. I have seen 0 plays.
Wow.
0.
Not even the JMU championship cover drive.
I was out at Iberian.
99-yarder.
I was at some lounge in Hershey having a glass of wine, and the game was on in the background, and I was standing like this.
No.
Committed.
I stayed strong. No playoffs. I did watch the first half. I didn't see the Pitt game, Dan. I was with Andrew.
Well, you didn't miss much.
He wasn't having it. I was keeping tabs on my phone, but didn't see any of it. I watched the first half of the Pinstripe Bowl in full.
That was Penn State Rutgers classic half.
Yep, and then I said, "All right." I said, "All right, I'm going back to Camp Hill," and I left.
Wow.
I saw that Clemson fake punt the first drive.
Oh my God!
Here we go.
The kid was down there covering the punt. I was dying when he jumped on it.
Yeah, at that point, I was like, I've seen enough already.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, why don't you guys talk about your games, then we'll do the playoffs, and then we'll
I mean, obviously, boots on the ground there. Nowhere I'd rather spend a Saturday after Christmas than 30 degrees, snowing, baseball stadium. Seats we got were great. Davey hunted them down for us.
Yeah, Dave.
I mean, just playing to see. Both teams had 20-plus opt-outs, I think, on each side. But really, one team felt like they wanted to play, right? The backups were in there. They wanted to get some film on. And Clemson's had their whole line. Tristan Lee played. Their starting tackle. Klubnik played, which may not have been a good thing. He was pretty bad. Not that he hasn't been bad all year, but his receivers, I think there were at least 5 drops that I counted myself.
There's 3 in the first 2 drives.
Yeah, exactly, back-to-back ones, I think, on that second drive. It's unbelievable. Their receivers, obviously, Antonio Williams and Wesco didn't play. Their better guys didn't play, but yeesh. That Clemson team did not want to be there. It was pretty obvious from the very beginning. Penn State, I mean, they looked like the aggressors. They were playing stronger, but they really couldn't pull away either. I mean, they had a couple of drives that were looking pretty good, but that they had to settle for field goals on. And so, really, they did open it up on that long pass play that blew it open. It was really 9 points through the first 3 quarters. I think that field goal came at the very top of the fourth quarter, but that last field goal. But I mean, it was good to see a lot of the younger players. Enjoyable. Obviously, you love to see a win as well, but now is the second part of it, right? How many of them are going to stay? We're getting a couple here and there. Oh, and Alcine and Kirk, and not Kirk Cousins. What is his name? I'm completely blanking on his first name.
For who?
For Penn State, he's staying. Cooper Cousins. Sorry, I kept wanting to say Kirk Cousins. Cooper Cousins is staying. So a nice, really nice piece. He's a borderline 5-star a couple years ago. Has played the last 2 years. He did not redshirt, so he's going to be a junior coming in. Should probably be the anchor. He's probably going to be playing center, or maybe he'll be a leader on the line. So a nice piece, and again, we'll see as Matt Campbell rebuilds this roster. Who's staying? Who's going? Excited to see. Dan, why don't we pass it to you?
I think a lot of what you said about that at your game could be said about Pitt's. You swap out the Pitt being the Clemson in this role and East Carolina being the Penn State.
ACC pride, you're saying?
That's right. Practice too much. That was the problem.
I saw that from Carlo. 2.5.
Evidently, that was the problem. No, it was terrible. Not much else to say. I missed the first half. I was listening to it. That's always a treat. The legendary Bill Holgrove. Maybe articulating 30% of the actual plays that were happening, and then caught the wild finish where. What was the weird thing? Oh, they kicked it onside. Yeah, they kicked it onside instead of kicking it deep and potentially forcing a 3-and-out. But they had 5 turnovers, not what you want, and chalk it up. I don't know what else to say. I'll be curious to see if the potential Mason Heinzel suitors are deterred from that performance as well.
Maybe it was strategic.
If he ends up being good, maybe it ends up being a blessing in disguise.
Maybe it was strategic on CPN's.
That's I do. You have to beg the question.
HCPN playing 5D chess.
Could be. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
I also, since this is easy for me to recall, I did see a few plays of the Rate Bowl. That was row the boat versus New Mexico.
It
was 14-14.
That was a tight one.
Andrew was locked in. It was 14-14. It was going to overtime, and I just went upstairs. So, yeah, but I like
that's crazy. Fleck undefeated in bowl games, I believe.
That's true. Fleck covered there, I think, right?
I would say at Minnesota, that is, because he definitely.
Yeah, that was a cheap cover.
Oh, he took it on the chin from Wisconsin, didn't he? Or did he even coach that game after 2016?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
I didn't tune into it. I was in Pasadena.
Had bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish. Yeah, I was out at the tailgate lots in Pasadena. It's impossible to get out there. All right. While you're sitting this one out, did you read any articles? You saw no plays. Did you read any articles? Any recaps?
Honestly, nothing. I haven't listened to my college football pods. The Notre Dame pod talked about it. I skipped through it, and SVP and Stanford Steve had a few segments on it, and I skipped through that too.
So I wasn't blown away by any of the outcomes.
I mean, I saw Rance was locked in from the Oklahoma beginning, and I was like, "You have no spine." He's like, what? He's like, "What? It's just on."
That's number one draft pick that you skipped for sure.
I saw it was 10-0 Oklahoma, and the next I saw it was 34-17.
Yes, it did go pretty quickly. Dan, how much did you tune in for this?
I was perplexed because I was actually at the Cavs ass game that night, but it was an early tip, so it was tied when we were leaving. It was tied at halftime, right? 17-all. Okay. But I had it up on my phone, and I looked down. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it was 17-0.
And then I looked at, I was watching some of the stuff. I think I saw the pick six.
Yeah. Well, that second quarter was
And the
pretty
tie.
incredible because up till that point, Alabama could not muster a first down. They were punting terribly. Oklahoma starting field position was like their 40 a couple of times, and then on Alabama's 40, I think the other time. And so they pulled out a couple of touchdowns in that field goal to go up. Bama, I mean, their offense was working, but they had gotten cut to 4th and 2, and at which point they were able to score on that 4th and 2 when they were near to goal. They were near in the red zone, and so that one was really good. And then obviously there was the play that you guys seen. Oh, hold on a second.
What happened?
I'm getting
summoned. Yeah, I'll filibuster here. But yeah, as far as the very tough spot for the Venable one to have a 17-0 lead at home.
Yes.
Playoff game.
It was
not good.
The play that could have potentially put them up 24-7 though, with the drop pass that would have been at least a long play, if not a first down if Mateer had run it. That was big. And then right after that is when they dropped the punt, which really altered things. Bama got a field goal out of that, and then subsequently that pick six, right? 17-17 at the half.
Yep. The rest is history.
The rest is history. They even were able to run the ball a little bit in the second half, but I still don't. I have them getting by Indiana. Obviously, a little preview of our picks here in a second, but
still,
I still think so. I know I had it in the bracket, but
yep.
I think there's just a little too much love out there for Indiana.
All right.
And then they're losing their best defensive player as well. Or not their best defensive player, but their key piece down there on their defensive line, right?
Yep. Celebration injury.
Yeah. Well, I think injury while celebrating. I saw the footage. I don't think he was really doing anything egregious.
It wasn't it didn't look that bad.
He was jumping up and giving people high fives.
Injury during celebrations.
Yes. Not Will.
He didn't go Grammatica.
Yes. No Grammatica.
No.
Yeah, that A&M Miami game. I don't know if there's anything.
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
I mean, that game was as bad as the scoreline looked. I don't know. Obviously, have to give a sliver of the benefit of that with that moronic head coach. That maybe they'll just ride that into the Ohio State game, but it was putrid.
I did see
Reed had some terrible misses. What's that?
I saw Reed through that pick in the end zone.
Right, but throughout the whole game, it was just. Yeah. I mean, you have to be able to hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know how else to put it. And they almost got a.
Yep. He was ass. But I told you about that in the South Carolina game. He could have thrown 8 interceptions in the first half in that South Carolina game.
Sure.
But I think
and Beckass just didn't kill him. That's my last
and I think it was very, very windy on the field as well. And
yeah.
So I know that they allegedly from Shannon Dawson that it was Beckass that said hand the ball. He knew his own limitations. He said we should be running the ball more, running up the middle. They did that. Mark Fletcher Jr. had like 177 yards. They had the 50 on the last.
Did you? Was it 80? Is that what it was?
What's that? 80?
Was it close to 80 yards he had on the last drive?
Oh, on the last drive, yeah, I think it was like 80.
Yeah.
But I know that one play itself was like 57 yarder.
Yeah.
But do you think? And anyway, did you see the stuff about the kicker? They missed 3 kicks, or maybe
it was special teams neutral.
Yeah,
because both special teams were
bad. And Miami scored with like coming right out of the 2-minute warning. They scored. I don't know, Dan. You think that was the right move, right? To score
for them to score?
Yeah.
No, I would. I mean,
Give it-
obviously, I have
give it the
benefit of
kicking.
hindsight
Give it the
too
kicking.
that A&M got all the way down there. But no, I would have
Yeah.
just taken the chances. You can't ask me that whenever Pitt lost that game to Cincinnati all those years ago because they missed a freaking extra point when they ran it in. So I'll always defer to okay, yeah, maybe let the kid miss a 23-yard field goal as time expired because
You
A&M
guys
had no
also-
timeouts.
You guys also missed the 1-yard field goal as well.
It's true.
Doink that one. That one was not in the same.
No
situation.
guarantees. But
No
that's what I
guarantees in left here. But yes, Mario, he would have gotten skewered again for his clock management.
absolutely.
And
I was ready.
At the end of the half, they had inexplicably burned a couple of timeouts, and it came back to rear its head at the end of the half. Also, they only had one timeout at the end of the half.
He is a moron.
He burned a timeout on like a 3rd and 11 when he could have just taken the delay and punted. Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Well, those were the two games that I watched the most of. The other two games I did not watch very much.
We could recap those in 10 seconds. That would happen.
Championship
What was
drive
expected to happen.
From JMU, championship drive.
Yeah, for the cover. That's true.
Ole Miss, from what I gather, I watched some of the beginning of it. Summerall was moving the ball. He just couldn't punch it in and
True.
had
Yeah, they
some
had some sustained
turnovers.
drives.
I don't know. I'm not liking their chances against Kirby here coming up in round 2. But we shall see. All right. Anyway, what'd you think of the first round of the playoffs here coming from us?
I'm thinking I should be getting ready to board a flight to Pasadena tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Well, I
It's
didn't.
going to be 60 and rainy, I think, out there.
Well, I didn't think it was going to rain on January 1st, 23 days ago.
It's true.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Dan, you're right. This wind is wicked.
Oh yeah. This is bad.
I've been hearing it outside my window.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. Although, now that we're on to this quarterfinals,
No Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua recap. Nothing. No.
Oh,
That was
I
in there.
saw the Anthony Joshua news from today.
I know
Yeah.
he almost. Well, I don't know if he almost died. He was involved in a fatal car crash. Not
Yeah,
the
two of
driver.
his good friends died.
Yep.
Sad.
Sad.
They said he was relatively unscathed.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, on to the quarterfinal games.
All right. First one, Friday night. The 31st is a nice appetizer for the ball to drop.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Sorry. Wednesday
Come on,
night.
Kenny.
Yep. Try to push it back as far as we can. Extend this holiday break. Ohio State, Miami in Dallas. Or
Is it the
Glen-
Cotton Bowl?
Yes, this is the Cotton Bowl in Jarrah World here. 9.5 points. It came down. It was at 11, I think, before, and it immediately got bet down. It's smelling fishy to me.
As in fishy high?
No, fishy yes, fishy high. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I thought this would be inside of a touchdown.
Well, that just means one thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout.
Warpath.
Ohio State. I'm
Warpath
gonna go Ohio
already
State by
executed.
10.
I also am in agreement here. Initial thought before breaking down the game is Ohio State Warpath. They've had to sit at home for a month now and stew over this L they took in Indianapolis, right? Miami has the horses, I feel like, athletically to keep up with them. I'm interested to see what kind of weird plays they could draw up for for Tony, and I think that
Right.
their defensive line can make some trouble for Ohio State. I think Ohio State will definitely try to run the ball, but the key here is have the receivers healed up. You know, you had Tate that was hurting a little bit at the end of the season. Obviously Jeremiah also had that load management game against Gers as well, but they've had a month to sit out there. Jeremiah's playing against a ton of his high school friends, and he's from the Miami area. Remember, he almost chose Miami. He had Miami close with him when he went to his announcement because he really didn't know if he was going to pick Ohio State or Miami. And I think he's going to play out his mind here. You know, want to put it on his team, his hometown team, the team he grew up rooting for, I think. And I think Ohio State would try to do their dumb shit where they try to run the ball with Bo Jackson a little bit. But eventually I think Ryan will open it up here. You think he's been calling the plays the whole year, right? It wasn't Heartline? Because
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either about that.
it sounds like he's taking the plays back over, right? He said he's taking the plays
That is
over.
definitely true. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that is true. But as far as the split during the season, I have no idea.
No way he was calling it during the Big Ten championship. That's what he would probably like.
So we'll see what him taking it over means. I all this to say, I am also taking, because I do think it is a little fishy as this high. I'm taking Ohio State minus the 9.5.
Okay. Clean sweep.
All right.
Yeah, I either said by 10 or 11 or 10 or 13 rather, depending on where that line was at.
All right. Noon or 1?
Noon, 9 Pacific time kick for Oregon here.
Which game is this? Is this Orange?
Orange Bowl. This is the Orange Bowl. Oregon flying in from Eugene and Texas Tech flying in from Lubbock to play in Miami.
Wonder if is Oregon.
Oregon.
Do
Look,
you think Oregon's there now?
I don't know if they're there now. The
I would think they have to be there by tomorrow.
coworker of the pod said that his kid flew out this afternoon for Penn State. So yeah, I was on a call with him earlier. He's like, I gotta go take him to the airport.
Oh, not messing around.
Yeah, and they're flying out there tomorrow. The parents are. He's flying out there tomorrow, but his kid. I thought his kid would have been out there since like after, Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because of all the travel and stuff and more games, they don't treat it as a usual bowl game. Obviously, if it's a usual Rose Bowl, you'd be out there for like a week and a half before, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know if they're out there now. To answer your question, AY, it's Oregon hoping to make that trip down to Miami, or Texas Tech make that trip down to Miami twice in the next 3 weeks, right?
I lean there. I mean, we could probably check some of the players' Instagrams if we really wanted to, but if there was a game, the game I'd want to watch if I was watching one would be the New Year's Eve game. But this one, just because I don't know what. I still don't know.
I think they're probably down there because they have media day tomorrow, so they're probably down there now. Yeah.
I still don't know what Texas Tech is.
Yeah.
Like
they have a good defensive line. They have a good defensive line.
They do. They're 4 transfers in the D line from all over.
But they've been playing against Big 12. The Big 12.
Yeah, I'm looking at their non-con: Pine Bluff, Kent, and Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And they played Tar, Sparky.
They tore Chainsaw limb from limb.
K-State, BYU twice. Like, they've been taking care of business, that's for sure. Like, I'll give them that. But how are they going to fare against Oregon? I guess you guys will have to let me know.
Oregon.
I think they will fare okay. I think this will be the best.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be. I don't think they'll be outmatched, and they may even be. Listen, Oregon. You look at who they played at the top of the Big Ten, or top of the Big Ten. Their top Big Ten teams they played. They didn't run the ball that well against Indiana. They ran the ball okay against Penn State. They didn't really run too much against Iowa that I remember either, right? So I think Texas Tech's defensive line is, and especially those linebackers, are more than up to the task to keep Oregon hemmed in there.
I agree. Oregon with Oregon not looking like world beaters for sure.
Yeah. They are potentially getting Stewart back, but who knows what kind of rust he'll have. I'm hoping they'll have some of those stud receivers, DeCorey Moore and the like, Gary Bryant, that have been injured. Hopefully they're feeling better. And at least for my pick here, which I picked Oregon in the bracket when we talked 2 weeks ago, but I think Oregon here, the short spread, I'll take Oregon here to win it. 2.5. It's gone up to 2.5. I think it was at 1.5 when it opened. I think it was a good game, but a close one. I'll take Oregon here to pull it out. But I don't have a heavy lean either way.
Me neither. I'm being brave with all my predictions. This will be the best game, and I will go Ducks by 6.
Lanning.
Emotional hedge though. I always love seeing Lanning lose.
Yeah. Big Ten pride here. This is Dan's Big Ten bias coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm right. I think we're all in sync here.
Wow.
I acknowledge this could be very close. Texas Tech win wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'd come on here next week and say, just because of the doubts we have with Oregon against these tougher foes, I might say, okay, you did it once. I need to see it one more time.
Yeah.
So maybe they're in a no-win situation in my book, but Oregon, close. One score for sure.
Whew. The granddaddy of them all.
There it is.
60 degrees and rainy, I believe, at game time. You won't be able to see the sunset over the San Gabriel Mountains. Indiana 6.5-point favorites here. I think you could get. I think it got up to 7 at some point, but
Was it even higher? Was it like
7.5?
I feel like I saw 9 or something like that.
9? No way.
Let me double check myself.
Did you go back and watch any of the Pinstripe Bowl, Cam?
I've seen highlights. Yeah.
Because during the broadcast, it was Pash and Dusty.
Yeah.
Pash, they brought the playoffs, and Pash made a comment about, and look at this, Indiana, 7-point favorites over Alabama. Like, dude, you gotta stop.
Look at this.
The freaking number 1 seed. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Have you watched these teams this year? I was so mad. Even Andrew was like, what the hell is he talking about? They just he was so disgusted. 7-point favorite.
7-point favorite. Hey, I think there's been a lot. I imagine that's why a lot of the or why the number hasn't really moved too much, right? Because I think there's probably a lot of public action on Alabama, I imagine, just based on notoriety, right? I think a lot of the other side of it, the coin, I've heard just about everybody picking Indiana here, especially given Alabama the last month of the season and people not really buying it and really, thinking Oklahoma's pretty ass, and they still went down 17-0 to them and had to didn't really altogether look that good against Oklahoma, even though they did win by 10 on the road and in a comeback fashion. I maybe I'm the last one off the train here, but Alabama was my title pick in the preseason. I've still got them. I picked the bracket. I had them winning against Indiana last week or 2 weeks ago as well before the tournament started. I maybe it's me watching Indiana in that game against Penn State, but I know that Alabama has enough talent and has more talent than Penn State. I know that they have a coach that has proven to show up big time in big time games. And I don't know. Maybe it's still that bias that has me seeing Indiana as just an upstart, but I'm definitely going to take the points here, and I would not be surprised about it happening on the field as well. Now, obviously, Alabama hasn't run the ball well. That rainy weather, I don't know how that'll impact things. Might be a slick field with it will be a slick field, but I don't know how that'll impact things with Alabama and how much they rely on the passing game. Ryan Williams has been non-existent the last couple of games.
Kind of all year.
All year, yes. Not just the last couple of games. You're right. I'm taking Bama in the points here. I think it'll be a good game. My gut tells me Indiana pulls it out in the end, but wouldn't be surprised. I'll go 3.1 for Indiana.
I will go Hoosiers by 10 in this one. And I did see it at 7.5 when it opened, but that was a tweet from Recruits Bama. So who knows?
Recruits Bama.
I know everything I've said about Bama being ass and Dave Pasch's reaction, but Ken, I agree with everything you said again. Like, maybe I just can't quit it. I know the talent's there. I know they can't run the ball. You know they can't run the ball, but I'm taking the points.
Just taking the points.
It's gross. They suck. But like they're gonna. I just know. Like I'm gonna.
You're gonna be bitter about it. You're just gonna be bitter about it.
Yeah, because we should. Moving on.
And the Sugar Bowl. Georgia, 6.5-point favorites here. Ole Miss. I'm thinking Georgia runs it up on them here. I saw what Ole Miss did against Summerall. Like I said a moment ago, they really couldn't stop Tulane. I think Georgia's offense has only really gotten better throughout the year. That defense is really good. I think if you see a defense that gets to go up against a quarterback that they know put up numbers against them, they won't underestimate them. They'll be prepared. Obviously, that first time around, there was a shootout up and down the field. I think Kirby will have his defense ready. They played a lot of young guys at that point earlier on in the season that have continued to get better. His defense really clicking in the last month of the season. And, this doesn't necessarily speak towards the spread, but Kirby going down to the Sugar Bowl and losing 2 years in a row, I don't know if I see that happening. So
I was going to mention something about the Sugar Bowl last year.
Yeah. He's going down there losing 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, I don't see that happening. So
as long as it's better that you mention it and not me.
Yeah, no, I know. I always got your back there. I'm always giving Notre Dame credit when I can.
Irish eyes.
When I can. I'm taking Georgia here big. Taking Kirby big here.
I as well by 17 thereabouts. Yep. Nice moment for Pistol Pete Golding with the haircut and everybody chanting his name. They beat Tulane. Screeching halt here. Dose of reality.
Yes, I agree.
I had 3 things to cap here. 3 things part of my handicap. One, Ken mentioned about last time these teams played. You got to think Kirby. Twice in a row. Is that going to happen? Piggybacking off the twice in a row, the Sugar Bowl, they're going to lose 2 in a row. They might. They already lost 1 in a row. That's embarrassing. And are we going to get Stockton or Stinkton?
There it is.
He gets his revenge.
Give me Georgia by 10.
There you go. I like it. Okay.
I guess we're done.
We did it. Kalani did not come through on my lock. I think all my locks have lost so far.
All 3 of mine did.
Oh, Bama hit.
I am 0-1-1.
Bama hit. Kalani did not. Tennessee, I still have coming up.
Am I gonna hit my what did I say I want to go? 8-8-1?
Pitt had a nice win over Penn State last week. They should have ran it back with
I had boots on the ground for that.
with boots on the ground for that blowout. How was that?
Oh my gosh, that feels like a lifetime ago.
That game was awful. It did stick around until we were debating we're going to go under 4. But around like 5:10 to go, I think Pitt threw an alley-oop, and we're like, yeah, we're good.
You go to Hershey Park after?
No, I went to Penn Hotel, watched the games, got some wings, had some beers.
Very nice.
It's a good little spot there in Hershey. But yeah, that game was gross, man.
They were about 20 at the half, weren't they?
At the time we left, 3 players for Penn State had scored.
Oh.
Turns out.
Ended up getting a 4th after we left.
Penn State already turned the page on non-conference play. They were already in Big Ten play mentally. They weren't ready for that.
That's right.
Just like Narduzzi, they know that it doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Yeah, okay. This is
short and sweet.
New Year's Eve. Games are no, it's not New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. It's 29th. Games are New Year's Eve, and the first
game, one singular game.
1 on the 31st, 3 on the 1st. We'll be back
in next year. We'll be back next year.
We'll see you next year.
We'll see you next year.
Can't wait to say that at work tomorrow.
Oh yeah. It's the best. It's the best.
It is good. All right. For you guys, anything else? Because this is short, but it's good. Dan's on the driveway, so yeah, we gotta get him inside. For me, we have to say capital right side of the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. To my west, D-Bird.
Night all.
And to my east, Ken.
Good night, all. Stay warm. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good one, and we will see you next year.
See you next year.